Okay, this is my 3D printed Banjitar. Actually not so much of a Banjitar as a banjo-shaped guitar. It's actually got, the soundboard is actually more of a conventional guitar soundboard with bracing. It's not a membrane like a banjo. Um, it does have a floating bridge, kind of like an archtop guitar, but it doesn't have the arch top and the stiffer sound. It's a more flexible soundboard, more like you'd find in a flat top guitar. It's a 22 and 3/4 inch scale guitar, uh, about the same as a Baby Taylor guitar. And it's got a few interesting features. The back is fully removable because there's some interesting stuff inside. Um, Firstly, one of the interesting features is it's got a steel truss rod that runs the entire length of the neck all the way down internal to the base of the instrument. And that helps support the string tension. And the other interesting feature is that the pressure from the strings, instead of having a very stiff structure like you'd have in an archtop guitar, inside there are, underneath this back cover, there's actually a couple of springs that are pushing against the inside of the top. And these springs can actually, the tension or the force on those springs can actually be adjusted by these two screws in the back. So by jacking these screws in and out, you can actually push the bridge up or down to ideally keep the surface of the soundboard flat. But you can actually adjust it up and down a little bit, which can help change the action of the strings against the fretboard. The top is printed. It's 3 layers with just this top graphic. The very first layer just has this top graphic on it, and then inside, as you saw, there's what amounts to lattice bracing, which is just sort of an infill pattern from the 3D printing that helps stiffen up the top, which makes it sound more like a conventional flat top guitar. Also, rather than having any sound hole in the soundboard, the whole reason for doing a round guitar body is I wanted to maximize the area of a soundboard that I could get on my Bamboo X1 printer. And so rather than put sound holes in the top soundboard, which would reduce the available space for resonating, I opted for sound port holes around the sides, and the whole body is enclosed. So unlike a banjo, which might have an open back with an airy sound, this has the enclosed sort of more, I don't know, muted sound of a guitar, where you've got this interior body volume with sound port holes out the side. I've got it tuned right now to, with the shorter scale, it sounds a little better tuning it up a half step, so that from standard tuning, so that the low and high E strings, instead of a high E, these are tuned to F, and then standard tuning from there. That gives it a little bit better tone given the string tension. Yeah, and then just a little bit of yarn damping here to keep these strings from resonating as you play. The strings thread in through holes in the bottom of the guitar, and then up through into standard tuners at the top. Otherwise, it plays pretty much like a standard guitar. I'll be posting files for this for 3D printing. See the notes below. Thanks.